If you voted for Donald Trump in 2016, but won't in 2020, what changed your mind? 42 years old. I never voted for anybody because I grew up believing it didn't matter who got elected. They were all just different brand names for the same bullshit. I will be voting this time because I see now that it can matter who's in that office. 30 years old and never voted before for the same reasons. I'm ashamed of it. I have already sent my absentee ballot request form. Same, but in Texas. Voted for the first time in 2018 down ballot Democrat. This has just gotten so out of fucking hand. Me in 2016, better than Hillary. Me in 2020, nope. This is me. She scared the living hell out of me. Now I feel as if I owe her an apology. Edit, just so people understood my mindset, so I don't have to explain myself individually. Hillary has a machine that makes the Chicago machine look like Cub Scouts. Nobody would deny that. Trump is an idiot that bashed everyone in his party to get where he is. I felt like I was choosing between Satan and the Antichrist, and I wouldn't like either vote. However, I figured if Trump was sworn into office, or even before, if he won the election even, I figured both parties would say, look, you said some things, and we said some things, let's agree to a do-over. Then I remembered we are Americans, and good bad or indifferent we own that shit. And the Republican Party fell in line. I haven't voted for a Republican since. I'm far from a Hillary supporter. I didn't like her either, but I saw her as far and away better than Trump. Just as I dislike Biden more than Hillary even, but he is also the lesser of two evils. What about Hillary scared you? I'm so embarrassed to admit it. Hillary has just always been drilled into my brain as the epitome of limousine liberal establishment candidate, and I was livid with how Bernie got shafted, voted for Bernie in the primary. When election day came, I was coming from work at an auto shop, they were all pumped on Trump, and I thought worst case scenario, he fucks up, and looks really dumb and hurts the GOP, right? It's not like the people around him would actually let him cause any real harm, right? I was really wrong. This is me in a nutshell. Feel like a complete idiot. But Hillary screamed establishment and her campaign felt like a coronation, and the Trump campaign did a good job of feeding off of that. Plus, I thought, there's no way in hell he will win, so my vote really doesn't matter, and it's more of a statement against the establishment. This time around, we've all seen Trump's bullshit. Learned my mistake the first time. What does establishment mean in the way that you used it, and why is it bad? That's a great question. While I tend to vote for Democrat candidates, Trump being an outlier, I feel that both parties cater to the wealthy upper class. I feel as if they control both sides of this debate, and either way we vote would still get them what they want. Trump was an outsider. He hadn't had a career in politics, and he was good at portraying an image of being the outsider. It seemed as if he was legitimately shaking things up. I didn't see how it could be this bad though. I'm ready for a return to the status quo, haha. Boost this shit, because people need to see that growth is amazing and changing your mind is healthy. Edit, literally what the hell happened to the reply section on this comment? It spiraled so quick. Wouldn't it be amazing if changing your position became gasp, a sign of an adaptive, reasoning mind, instead of the idea that someone is a flip-flopper? 2016, haha, how bad could he be? 2020, real fucking bad. What's the worst that could happen? Will this really change your life? Will you die? Turns out yes. The coronavirus was a game changer. I was initially surprised when more people approved of Trump's handling of COVID than disapproved in March when there were already around 15k daily cases, 55% approval, but I'm heartened that more and more people are coming to their senses of how badly Trump handled it, 34% approval now. Gestures broadly at everything. What made you vote for him the first time? I was asked this a while ago, and the best answer I have is that he was the Republican candidate, and growing up in a Republican household I was expected to vote them no matter what. Now that I'm older I'm going to keep my vote more private, and honestly the idea of being associated with a political party does not appeal to me. I got stuck voting for what I thought was the lesser of two evils, and honestly, I was very influenced by my father. If influenced is being threatened to get kicked out of the house if I voted for someone else. Don't get me wrong, I didn't like Clinton, and even now, I realize I don't like either candidate. I just want it to stop. I don't want a leader that will divide us more, and while I'm more centric in politics, I think we need someone to bring us together. I don't know for sure if Biden is the man for the job, but all I know is Trump isn't going to make America any more great. I don't agree 100% with Trump or Biden, and I'd care if there will ever be a candidate that will align perfectly with my views. But Trump had his time, and look at the country. We are divided, at each other's throats, fighting and rioting and trying to make change, while we have a president who is openly mocking everything. I just want peace. I don't know if Biden will bring it, but I know Trump won't. Not to make light of your situation in any way, couldn't you have voted any which way and just told him what he wanted to hear to sidestep that threat?